Hello, welcome to another episode of the GNPS. It's your boy, Mfana wale Nquthu, Mfana waweluthukela weza khona la kwelika banana. General Engineer. You know what it is, it's another podcast, it's another episode, and we keep things interesting. Well, my next guest, he's been here, he's returning. Welcome back, bro, all the way from France.
Yeah.
Steyn, Dube.
Yeah, thanks for having me back, bro. It's good to be back. But yeah, I'm sure it's going to be a great episode.
Yeah. I'm sure you have a lot of stories to share with us from your travels in France.
Yeah.
I mean, we know you out there representing the country, doing what you love. Push your patient, boy.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I think that's what matters the most.
Yeah.
Doing what you love, and everything comes easy after that.
Yeah.
So I'm sure we will have a lot to talk about today.
So after our last episode, Mofia le France actually hey when. So Kuluminda was a France play South Africa.
Funny enough, when a lot of people saw the podcast, the first thing they thought about was that I'm a rapper now, because they saw the mic and they thought I'm hitting a single or something.
To shy freestyle.
So I had to explain to them, no, it's a podcast about my life and all that. And then when they ended up listening to it, they're like, okay, yeah, sounds good. We thought you were trying to be the next Lil Wayne or something.
Yeah, they must know you're a celeb, yeah. So, some sort.
I'm trying. I think I'm still taking a couple of steps going up. But yeah, one day I'll get there.
And how's the season going?
The season's going great, to be honest. Because a lot of people, to say, not teams, even teams, so it's better if I say people, they never thought we'd be where we are at the moment. Because we just got promoted to the Federal 2. So they thought we were just going to be there to secure our spot for next season and rest on the same division.
Yeah.
But we're sitting on third place.
Wow.
And yeah, it's great.
It's tense.
It's tense.
I watched one of the games and it was a very close game.
I think the problem is the higher you go, you meet up with bigger guys. So the game plans are different and it's more challenging. So at the end of the day, it always depends on who wants it more. But luckily enough, it's the same thing our coach has always said to us after the game when we win, that the guy we need to say thank you to the most is our fitness trainer. We've got a guy by the name of Eloan. Every Tuesday. Eloan. He kills us on Tuesdays. And funny enough, we go for like a 45-minute session. And it's upsetting for me to say, because I used to kill people at the gym while I was still a group instructor there. So now I've got someone who's...
You're on the other side.
Someone who's giving me the same medicine.
Yeah.
So with L1, having L1 on our side has helped us a lot. Because normally if we've got the scores tight by halftime, second half we start pushing from all the training we've been getting. And then it helps us to win games.
The standard day of the rugby that you're playing compared to a regular club rugby level that you were playing here before you left for France. What's the difference? Is there a difference? Is their league much more well organized, so to say, or more professional? Or?
I can say on the professional side, on the organization side, it's totally different compared to how we have it here in South Africa.
Yeah,
because you've got teams like Sharks, Blue Bulls, and Lions. So all those teams are just up there. They're never gonna go down. They're still gonna stay up there.
And it doesn't matter what
happens to them. And like, for example, you've got Crusaders, Rovers, UKZN. They'll just be on the Premier Division, and the dropping only happens from them going to the First Division and so on. But they'll never go to the top.
Yeah.
But in France, it's a total different story where all the clubs, they're just clubs.
Yeah.
There's no rugby union, they're all clubs.
Yeah.
So looking at a team like Toulon or Toulouse,
They might find themselves in the same league.
they
as
might
you.
drop to our league and we might go up to the top 14.
Yeah.
So every team, every year, you have to fight for your spot. So the last two teams drop, and then
This is in every division.
it's more on the Pro D2
Mm.
and the top 14.
Okay.
So those are the top leagues.
Mm.
So with the top 14, the last team drops automatically.
Mm.
The Pro D2, the team that wins the league goes up. And then the second to last team on the top 14 plays with the second place team on Pro D2.
Mm.
So whoever wins goes up
Yeah.
and lose stays down. And then after that, you've got Federal 1. So Fed 1, I think the last two teams drop as well. And then whoever wins goes up from Fed 1 to Pro D2.
Mm.
And then you've got our league, that's Fed 2.
Yeah.
So the funny part is, compared to our league in the league in South Africa,
Yeah.
if you win the league, you come top and the league is finished.
Yeah.
You haven't
There's
won
no
the league.
progress.
No, it doesn't end there. You have to be part of the top 6. Then from top 6, you go to playoffs.
Oh.
So now everyone plays playoffs. So even if you're number 1 and you lose the first 2 games of playoffs, you're out.
So you could play all season and be number 1 in the league.
Be number 1 in the league.
But because you have to play playoffs after that, so you get knocked out in the playoffs, then you lose out on the spot.
Then you stay on the same league the next season. Like
It's hectic. Yeah?
For example, the team that I played for, Compiègne, before I joined them, the other year, 2017-2018 season,
Yeah.
they were second or third, and there's a team called Le Havre.
Mm.
It was fourth. Compiègne didn't go up as second place side, but Le Havre as a fourth place side, they went up. They got promoted.
Yo.
So that's how it.
That's hectic, man.
So the only benefit you get from being first or second place is just that the first week of playoffs you don't play, you get a rest. So the first 2 weeks, you get a rest. Then you play with whoever wins, and then you have to work your way out.
So basically the playing field is quite level. Like
Yeah.
that's why probably they need foreign players, obviously, to keep up with the standard. Because I mean, when you have the likes of Toulon or Toulouse who buy big players,
It's totally different when it comes to that.
yeah,
And it helps the standard of rugby in France. Because I won't say they do have good players.
yeah,
There are good players in France. And with the foreign guys coming in, we just there to help out here and there. Because the difference is in our level here, we've got boys playing rugby at school. So then you compete school versus school. In France, how it goes, it's you play, you go to school. School starts at 7:30. I think it finishes at 5 p.m. And then you join a club. So you play for a club.
So there's no rugby at school.
So there's no rugby at school.
There's no school rugby.
No school rugby. I think at school it's only PE lessons. That's the only thing you do as sport. But you don't participate with another school. The only time you participate is club versus club. So all the clubs have all kinds of sports. So from rugby, tennis,
Cricket.
no, there's no cricket in France.
Oh yeah.
So you've got all the other sports.
I've never seen the French play cricket.
So you've got all those other sports. So it's all starts from under 6, under 8, under 10, under 12, 14, 16, 19. Then you get your seniors.
Yeah. Wow, that's a different structure. And I wonder, because, I mean, if you look at this side and in our country, I just feel like there's a lot of players that fall off in the system and they never really make it to the right place. Because, I mean, you got players like you you guys have like varsity cup level experience and all those kind of things. But like, obviously, there's just after that, there's just so many professional clubs. You know, we only have how many professional clubs do we have here? We have Cheetahs, Kings, Sharks, Bulls, Western Province, Lions.
We've got Boland.
Boland.
We've got
Griquas.
You've got
Pumas.
Border.
But now the thing is, all those teams, they're not in one league.
Yes.
See, there's not enough. The Currie Cup, they should expand it. We need more teams in the Currie Cup. Like in this day and age, you cannot have 8 teams competing in a tournament, calling that the league.
It makes sense due to the fact that in South Africa we've got a lot.
There's
of
so
rugby
many players.
We've got a lot of rugby players.
A lot of players.
So a lot of guys, they play. When they finish high school, they stop. 1, most of them go to study. 2, they were just playing to keep busy at school. But now it's getting worse for the juniors.
Yeah.
Because the under-19 league fell out. So there's no more Currie Cup under-19. So it's only high school, then it's straight to Currie Cup under-21. So when you're 19, you're competing with under-19s, under-20s, and under-21s to make the under-21 team. So it's more difficult for the boys.
It's
and
tough.
If you've noticed in the news now, with the SA Rugby magazine, we're losing a lot of players to overseas clubs.
Yeah.
Because a lot of boys
like high school boys. Like I saw an article sometime last year. They were talking about like over 50 boys from high schools in SA, top high schools, already getting contracts to go to Europe, Japan.
Because I think we lost 14 SA schools players to overseas-based clubs.
And those players, when they leave, the next minute you see them playing for that national team.
Yeah, because after 5 years, you qualify. And it's much easier if you go there and you're studying. So if you go there at the younger age, let's say you're 19, when you're 24, you qualify to play for the national side. But now if you go and you're 25, you have to wait until you're 30 to qualify.
Yeah.
Because before it was 3 years.
Yeah.
After 3 years, you qualify to you get a citizenship, then you can play. Unlike who's this guy, Mark van Dijk? I'm not sure if it's Mark, but he played for Cheetahs, Sharks.
Yeah.
He went to Toulouse, and last year they were playing the final, the top 14 final.
Yeah.
So the president was there to witness the game.
President of France.
Of France, Macron. So as he was there witnessing the game, this guy took the opportunity. He's like, Mr. President, I want to be a French citizen. Please give me a passport.
You lie.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Right there on the spot in front of everyone. So it went wild. And then I think it was 3 months later or so, because I also saw a post on Instagram when he showed us that he's got his French passport now.
Wow.
So now he's officially a Frenchman, so he can qualify to play for the
national team.
Yeah.
Wow.
So talking about taking an opportunity,
yeah,
that's how it went.
So would you consider changing your citizenship?
I love my country. With the load shedding
but
don't worry.
Hey, don't let's not go there with the load shedding.
Here's the problem. So I decided to come back for 2 weeks, and Loazi was around for December holidays. So I rock up. I'm like, bruh, Loazi, did you get any load shedding? Like, no, all was fine. I'm like, you're lucky because they say there's no load shedding until the 7th of January. Get home. First thing that happens on Friday, boom, 2 o'clock, no lights. I'm like, look at me. I didn't even charge my phone. So it's one of those unexpected events.
Yeah.
But it's something that we used to.
Yeah, man. It seems like I'm starting to think, we might have to live with this. Actually, I think we have to live with this. Like, 'cause, I mean, it's happening. You got and I feel like the warnings, they don't even give us warnings now. It's just like next minute, zoop, lights are off. No explanation. You go figure. It's like, okay, load shedding. Then you gotta wait. Is it like a 2-hour thing? 3 hours for?
I was upset this morning, so it's been a while since I've watched the Super Rugby match.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna watch the Crusaders Waratahs game.
Game. I
ready.
didn't watch that. Yeah.
So I was ready. I'm like, yes, Crusaders Waratahs. Boom, 8 o'clock, load shedding. What time does the match start? 8:05.
You're catching highlights of that.
8:05. I'm like, so now I have to go to YouTube and watch only the scoring highlights. That's all. Come on. So, but I think I know as much as it's not good for a lot of people in SA, but there's nothing you can do.
Hey,
this is one of those situations you can't control.
It's out of our hands. Like, when there's no electricity, it's like you realize, we need to appreciate this. Like today, like for the first time, like ever since we've started having load shedding, we were trying to set up to shoot for a podcast earlier, and by the time that we finished setting up, it's like we're done, we're ready, let's shoot. Lights off. Gone. Speaking about Super Rugby, which other games did you watch? Okay, because you missed the Crusaders game.
I only saw the highlights of Sharks, Blue Bulls.
What do you think of the Sharks team? Well, I am a Sharks supporter. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to answer that.
Come on. Yeah, I'm sure you have an opinion.
I'm a Blues fan.
Okay.
I crossed the border a long time ago. The problem was with me.
We'll get to the Blues. I have something to say about the Blues.
I'm sorry, yes.
I have an opinion on the Blues.
Please leave my team alone.
Let's talk about my team. But let me hear your opinion on my team.
Yeah, with the Sharks.
Yeah,
the guys are doing well. To be honest, it's great to see they've got the team building going on.
Yeah,
it's they're growing a great culture, and having Lucanio Arm as the captain.
Yeah,
the World Cup winner.
That was a no-brainer for me.
A World Cup
it
winner.
Was a no-brainer. Listen, who else, if not him? No offense to Terra and all that, but like, listen, if we look at the World Cup, you go look at M's game, Lucanio's game throughout the whole World Cup. He was very consistent. I'd like to think in terms of, controlling the back line, he sort of played a role as well, especially in the crucial games, more particularly the final. For me, he was just present on the day.
Lucanio Arm has always been there for the side. It's just that he does the right. He's a very basic player.
Yeah.
To be honest, he's a very basic player. So he does everything correctly. He does it
according to the book.
According to how it's gonna benefit the side. Because he's not one of those high shining players.
Yeah.
He's there, and whatever he does always benefits the team at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
So, with him being captain, I've received this question a lot.
Yeah.
What do I think? So, for me, you know me by now, I'm never straight with answers at times.
So you're gonna hide in the bushes.
Yeah, but all I said is with Lucanio Arm being captain, a lot of us don't know his leadership skills. It's different. Leadership skills are totally different to how you play. So we'll never know how he rolls. So how it is let's give him a chance. Let's see how he goes. because we handle pressure differently. Maybe with him, that's what he wants. He wants pressure,
Yeah.
and he takes it with both hands. So that's what I said. I was like, give him a chance, because I know everyone is like, it's gonna break his game. Because some guys, you make them captain, then their game is off, because now they're being under pressure, and it's always the forwards that breaks a player, because it's always the fat guys as well that breaks a player.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, because at times you get the ref is gonna be like, Captain, please talk to your forwards. They're not listening. Now you
Yo, listen, what's up with this thing that, forwards don't listen? Oh my God.
I'm telling you, that's how it is. So now you're not concentrating because you have to look at this guy that's troubling the ref. Now you're off your game as a player. So with me, that's why I always love being captain when you play sevens. Because with sevens, everyone knows their job. If you're not doing your job, you're off. You tell you straight off. You're not
It's
serious.
evident.
You're not serious. So yeah, that's just how it is with me. So
what do you think of the introduction of Nohamba to Super Rugby this year? I mean, that's young talent, born and bred right here in Durban.
not really.
Well, not born and bred here, but in terms of
Within
rugby,
he
in terms
grew
of
up
rugby,
with
yes,
DHS system.
yes.
So we kept
We,
we
that-
actually kept our own.
Exactly, that's retaining talent.
Yeah. The boy got his chance last year
In the
during the
Currie
Currie
Cup.
Cup season.
Yeah,
He played well.
yeah.
Whenever he was on the field, he made sure he left a mark. And then yesterday happened. Yesterday he came from the bench. Last 3 minutes, he made his mark.
Yeah.
He showed why I deserve to be here. So, to be honest,
Who's your starter? Now, if you were to pick a starter for the rest of the season,
for now
who's your 9?
I'll leave Louis
Hmm.
at 9, and Sanele can be on the bench for now, just for him to understand, because it's different comparing Currie Cup to Super Rugby.
Yeah.
So as soon as he's ready, then you give him a go.
But he's ready, dog.
I know.
For me, he's ready. It's just you know what? Listen, I know with young talent, there's talent that you feel like, you gotta just let them in slowly, so that, because you don't want to throw them in a deep end. I just feel like Nohamba is just one of those that you can throw in the deep end, and they're gonna handle their own. Because consistently, I mean, at all points, let's face it. You remember Piglet?
The best scrum half I've ever played with.
The guy, because of his size, he's the guy that everyone, when you playing against him, is the one guy that you notice is like, okay, that guy is small. It's the same thing with the Nohamba. Someone is like, what is that kid doing there? But did you see what that kid can do when he's on there?
Because an advantage that Nohamba has,
Yeah,
compared to other scrum halves, is that he's a kicker.
yeah. That's another bonus.
So when you have someone who's got all the basics, so because normally scrum halves are just guys who just there to pass.
Yeah.
They don't kick for poles. That's it. So with Nohamba, since he used to play fly half in high school,
And kicking off hand.
and that's basic for a 9. So that's basic for a 9. So I'm just saying with him being able to use his T, then you've got a backup kicker. So if anything happens to your 10, if your 10 or your normal kicker is having a bad day, you've got Nohamba to take over that. So which is always good for teams, because biggest mistake teams make, you always have only one kicker. You never have a backup kicker. And in any day, from experience, I know, there's a day where, as a kicker, you'll have a bad day. And you'll need someone to take over your duties and carry on from there. So if you don't have any backup, the more you miss, the more it affects your game.
Yeah.
So you need someone who, when someone takes over, you just concentrate on your game, you do your job, you'll prepare, everything will go well after that.
Are you backing Cohen Bosch at 10?
Let's give him a chance. He's never been at 10.
But you played with him.
I played with him, yes, at
in
UKZN.
UKZN.
So, yes, I'll back him at 10.
Yeah.
I'll back him
So,
at 10.
based on what we, as the public, like, you know how people talk about players, based on what you've heard and what you've seen from being on the field with him, what would you say we don't know or we don't notice or appreciate about Cohen Bosch?
That's a difficult question. Because I only played with Kevin Bosch 2016. But one thing I can say about him is that he's one of those players who will do something for you when you least expect it. So because he's got amazing pace.
Yeah.
Not just he's got amazing pace.
And he's underestimated for that.
So now if you give him that space, bye-bye.
He's gone.
He's gone. So that's my take on him, that he'll do the unexpected when you least expect it. So that's what I like about him.
Yeah.
So that's why I say I'll pick him at 10.
Yeah. What do you think of your other former teammate, Marius Lowe, at 12?
That guy is a brick wall.
Yo. I think that's one of the toughest guys in that team.
To tell you that
well, him and Andre.
the funny thing about
But Andre is big. It's big.
Okay, let me start about Marius Lowe, because now you throwing everything on me. With Marius Lowe, he in high school, he a former Grey Bloom boy. He used to play flank, and he was the SA school's captain at flank.
Wow.
And then he came to the Sharks, and they converted him to center. So he came and played with us 2015 when we won the Varsity Shield at UKZN. Funny story, he only played 21 minutes against University of Western Cape. 21 minutes. And then he broke his jaw. So he was out for 5 games or so.
Yeah.
Because he missed the second game when we played University of Western Cape at home. The first thing those guys from University of Western Cape asked when they arrived, where is your number 12?
Where is that bad?
Where is your number 12? So I'm like, but he only played 21 minutes. So it shows if
The kind of impact.
if that's the type of player you have who rocks up for 21 minutes, and then the next game the opponents are asking about him,
Yeah.
that's what you need on the field. And we saw, funny enough, when they were playing Russia, he was pushed back to 6.
Yeah.
I was a bit surprised with that move due to the fact that the
At this
Sharks
time
bought-
imagine how many losses they have there. Oh, God.
they bought like 4 losses, and then you take your center, you put him
You
back
add-
on
you add
12, on 6. So, but luckily when the superhero Sunday match, he went back to 12,
12, yeah.
and he scored an amazing try.
Yeah.
That try that he scored is the same try he scored against TUT in 2015.
Yeah.
I even sent him a message on Instagram. I'm like, hey, buddy, nice try. You reminded me of our game at TUT. Because it was a chip and chase. He caught it, he went and scored.
Yeah.
So it was the same thing. Nothing changed. And then when we moved to Andre for me, before, I didn't like the way he played. Because he was a typical 12, typical South African 12. He gets the ball and goes
The
straight.
Vedberry type style.
Yes, he just gets the ball and
Manhandle.
goes straight. And then I think he went to Japan.
Yeah.
When he came back from Japan, he started being a center that passes. So that's what you need in a 12.
Absolutely.
In every player. You don't want a player who's only one dimension.
Yeah, that is just take the ball up all the time.
There must be two options. Because I'll give you an example of two players I've played with and against. They play club rugby now. Mesuli.
Yeah.
Mwamba.
Oh my God.
And
The
then
hands on that man.
and then you've got Brian Shabangu.
Yeah.
Those two players are loose forwards. But now, the problem with them, every typical loose forward, all they know they go forward. That's it. So you'll expect a handoff or he'll pump you off.
Bounce, yeah.
But now with Brian and Mesuli,
Mesuli.
they also had a step.
And they can pass. Dude.
So now, if they broke the line as a 15, you were so scared because you never know what would come. So now you're like, is he going to bounce me? Is he going to step me? Is he going to hand off me? So you don't know what's going to happen. Unlike anyone else. Anyone else, if they break, you know, okay, he will never step. He's going straight. So I'm just going to dive in. That's it. And I had a bad experience with Brian. I always tell him when I see him. I was still playing for Jaguars 2010. Yeah, it was 2010. I played 15. So he took the ball from the ruck. He broke the line. And then it was me and Brian.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, now what's going to happen? I was shaking that thing. I was shaking. So he came
Not a lot
straight.
of players would admit this.
No,
I'm shaking when somebody broke.
Not shaking because I'm scared in a way. I'm shaking because I don't know what he's going to do.
Yeah.
I know he can step. I know he can hand off. I know he can bounce me off. He can do his good pace. And then Brian just came straight. I'm like, you know what? If I die, I die. I went in. Boom. Took him down. It was a rack. I think I took maybe 10 seconds extra to get up because my head was going. So yeah, it was. It's been a pleasure playing with guys like that. You learn a lot.
Yeah.
Because you end up not underestimating players. Because every backline player, all you know is that forwards don't step, they only run straight. And then you get a shock of your life. You get stepped by a prop. And you never saw it coming. So, yeah.
Here's something I was wondering about is, since the World Cup came to an end, we seeing, quite a number of South African players getting opportunities in Europe, so to say, to be specific, or in Asia and Japan, which are more of a financial opportunity, so to say. And I find that, more of the black players, I don't want to say they're not getting the same opportunities, but like, it's like they I don't know if they're not thinking about it, or it's not opportunities that are presented to them, or nobody goes and seek these opportunities for them. What do you think is causing that?
You see, today you putting me on the corner.
I mean, you are a player that played here and saw the need to seek opportunity elsewhere.
I think it also goes down to, are you happy where you are? That's one. Number two, a lot of guys, the Asian League, we don't need to count that one. Because mostly guys go there when they're off season.
Off season, yeah.
So it's off season.
But even
break.
so, I mean, to go to Japan and just play a couple of games and, I mean, make some money. We gotta be real. It's a career after all.
Tell me something. If you were to be given an opportunity to go to Japan for 3 months, give or take,
and come back a millionaire,
and you're getting 3 million, will you say no?
I'm leaving, Papa. 3 months is nothing. When I come back here, I'll be talking a different story. I've got stories to tell and some money to spend. Hello. Which you were not going to make if you stay here.
So those are the opportunities or those are the things that happen. So you've got decisions to make, but mostly when it comes to European contracts, it's more of your agent doing the hard work, because they are the guys who speak on your behalf and make sure you get a gig overseas.
So you would say it's the representation. So
It's
the
more
people representing the players, they might not be informed, or that's not what they want for those players, so to say.
Yes, I can say that, because, for example, let's say like now, you wanna be sponsored by Kellogg's. Kellogg's won't just come all the way and come straight for you.
Yeah.
Someone has to speak to Kellogg's. Listen, I've got Musa Langa here. Can you represent him? He's a good player, and they'll do all the talking for you. And between Kellogg's and your agent, they'll come up with an agreement on what's the benefits and all that signed. So that's how it is.
So in France, do you guys like have agents there as well that represent players, or?
You do have agents there, but it's more when you get to Fed 1, Pro D2, and Top 14, because those 3 levels are classified as professional. So as a professional player, you need an agent. You need someone who's gonna be getting deals for you.
Because I see the players in Europe, it's easy for them to move around, move around within teams, because obviously there is someone representing. I saw recently, if you look at Siakolis,
Yes.
before, I don't know who was representing him before he signed up with Rock Nation, but you could see, the fact that Siakolis is Springbok captain in a time that we live in. His Twitter following or Instagram following is not where it should be, if you could say that. Even after he had won the World Cup, he had lifted the World Cup trophy. It only took Rock Nation signing him up, and obviously trying to get this his social media up and all those kind of things.
Remember, not everyone is into social media.
Yeah.
As much as,
but in the times that we live in,
I know.
If you say rugby is your career, or any sport for that matter, how do we consume sport? How do we know about sports? Like how do you tell us what you're doing there? Through social media. So you cannot say I'm not a social media person.
No, it's true. It's true.
Yeah.
But that's why I say it goes on the person.
Yeah.
Because you'll have someone who has an account but never posts. Or posts once every 2 weeks or a week. And then you get guys like, I won't say like me, because I've turned down a bit. I used to be someone who posts every second day or every day.
Tell me, why don't players do mixtapes? Yeah, I remember you used to do mixtapes, like a video mixtape, put that on YouTube. Because I think, doesn't it work somewhere? Doesn't it? I mean, when you went to France, didn't they watch some of those videos?
It does
before you went there.
It does work, but there are guys who do that.
Yeah.
When you're still down there, you do it yourself.
Yeah.
And when you get up there, someone does it for you.
Yeah.
So it's a different story.
No, yeah, but that's we don't see that. Players need to do that. This is something that I feel like, players now, if you're playing, especially if you're in high school, if you're playing first team, just get somebody to record your games. All those magic moments, capture them. You create a mixtape, put it on YouTube. People watch that video trends. You never know who's watching on the other side.
Yeah, for me, that's what I always tell everyone, because I always get messages on Facebook, Instagram. Hey, Dube, I wanna go overseas. What should I do? So I'll be like, you must have your video footage on YouTube, and that's where it starts. Because any team now, if any team recruits you, they like footage is
Yeah.
compulsory
Yeah.
because they wanna see. And as much as video footage is the same as a CV, you'll put only the good stuff there.
Yeah. Like in your video, even when you're playing, you must know when you're defending, you gotta put up good defense. When you're attacking, you gotta be good at attacking. So you get those good clips, and it's good for your CV.
Yes. So that's how it is, because we had a guy at Jags, I forgot his name. Pizza knows him very well.
Yeah.
So we had this other guy. So he rocked up at Jaguars. He also once played for Rovers, but not the first team. But he was at Rovers. So this guy used to tell us that he played at Cheetahs, he played at Blue Bulls, he played all these big teams.
Yeah.
So now, this one day, Pizza got so irritated about him. And he took his phone, Pizza, his own phone. He went on Google. He Googled everyone in the house. So whenever you go on Google, it will show all your information, which teams you've played for, where have you been and whatnot. He checked this guy's name. It never appeared on Google. It was never there. So which means wherever he goes, he always sold a story that never existed. So he kept on telling everyone, I've played at Blue Bulls, I've played at Cheetahs, but he was never been there. Because that's where the power of internet comes up. Because you'd be like,
let's Google that.
Let's Google what's your name? You get that person's name and surname, you Google that. It's so simple, because whatever you've done, it goes on record everywhere. Yeah. And then everything shows up. If it says no result found,
we know
you're a fraud. Yeah.
Let's shift a little and talk about something that we both are part of, which you got me to be a part of. Durban Beach Touch. Firstly, just explain for people that don't know what's Durban Beach Touch and what happens there.
So the whole concept behind the Durban Beach Touch was to bring guys over on Sunday after we've had games over the weekend, just as a cool down, and have laughs, cheat each other. So that's how it all started. So I used to try and get guys to come to the beach. We have fun. We make teams. And as I said, as a cool-off period, a cool-off session. And then, Monday you back to your club sessions. And as time went, my whole objective behind the Beach Touch changed. I felt like I needed to do more. Yeah. Because a lot of guys are enjoying going to the beach on Sundays. Yeah. It's been an awesome experience. And even though I'm away, I'm always happy to see that there are guys who still participate. Guys go out, they have fun, and they take pictures after the session. Yeah.
And it's not just for guys.
And
ladies are also welcome.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know how it is now, like guys and girls is the same.
Yeah. When we talk about guys in rugby, it's like, everyone who plays rugby, these guys. Because even the girls, when they talking, I'm sure when they're having a heart, it's like, guys, we gotta do this, do that.
It's quite rare to let's go girls, let's go guys, and they all understand. So as time went, my whole idea behind the Beach Touch changed, where I wanted to do more, and I wanted the guys to experience how it's like being in the rugby setup. That's why I'm planning on starting an NPO for the Durban Beach Touch. And with that NPO is more of giving back, not just the guys playing Beach Touch, but also to the kids who are not given the same opportunity. We end up getting a lot of youngsters who get opportunities to play overseas. For example, there's a boy from Saral Salias.
Yeah.
I'm sure you saw my post
I saw the post on Facebook.
Seaugele Buthelezi.
Yeah.
He went to Italy. So I tried. Luckily, it went well.
Yeah.
With getting sponsors, his sister was helping, the whole family and friends, they helped.
Yeah.
The boy managed to go to Italy. He had fun. He enjoyed himself. That's what we're looking at. Because we don't want to be like, if the kid makes that team and the money they need to pay is 34,000, and you're like, that's too much.
Yeah.
You can't get that money. At least let's try.
Yeah, because you don't know what it could do for this child's future.
Yes. So it's all those experiences where if the boy goes, he's going to have fun. He's going to enjoy himself. He's going to experience.
And learn.
So with the Durban Beach Touch, the NPO, when it starts running, we're looking at situations like that, where if we've got someone who's in the same situation, we can help them out up to maybe 70% of what they need to pay. And then the parents, they need to cover the rest.
Yeah.
We're not going to go 100%. So at least we'll give you that hand to just cover the other costs.
Okay.
That's number one. That's just for the kids who are having financial problems. And then when it comes to guys who are currently playing the beach touch, I want even though I'm away, I always specify on that. Even though I'm away, I want the guys to start participating in all the national tournaments that go on.
Yeah.
So, for example, the All Boys 10s.
Yeah.
We've got the Cape Town 10s. Now
we have Durban 10s, don't we?
We had it 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But it wasn't here last year. I don't think we played.
Last year it wasn't played. Yeah.
So now there's also Pretoria 10s and Eastern Cape 10s. So all those tournaments, we want to put in a team, Durban Beach Touch. But now we're going to play 10s.
Yeah.
So we're going to put up a team.
From the players
that are playing. So with the NPO up and running, what are we going to do from that? We're going to get money. The guys are going to be sorted out accommodation, transportation, and get good kit and have a great experience.
Yeah.
With that being said, not trying to be funny or trying to show off.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of guys that we play with who've never been on a plane.
Yeah.
There are a lot of guys that we play with who've never been or who've never stayed in a hotel.
Or go to another province.
So at the end of the day, that's the whole reason behind us starting the NPO, because we want everyone to have the nice life problems, so to say, and experience how it is out there. Just not, and you don't end up being a person that's just only based where you were born and that's it.
Yeah, I think there's one thing that you're forgetting, which one can gain from participating at Durban Beach Touch, which is fitness.
Fitness, ball skills.
Yeah.
So even if you're not a rugby player to say, you are right on that. You do gain fitness because when you run at the beach, there's some gravity that's not there when you run on the grass or on just concrete.
It's a different playing field.
It's the worst playing field. It's the worst playing field because it got more deep when I started playing for the SA Wild Dogs. It got deep. But before I even forget,
shout out to SA Wild Dogs, man. They are quite evident followers of this podcast. I know they're going to be watching this one. Shout out to you guys.
Before you go too far, the boys were playing the Cape Town 10s.
Yeah.
and they won the Cape Town test.
Whoa.
So don't forget that.
shout out to the SA Wild Dogs,
So
man.
you must know the SA Wild Dogs for life, eh?
Yeah.
I was meant to be there, but
Commitments.
I couldn't, and I'm really excited and happy for the guys that we're starting the season on a high note.
Yeah.
So now we'll be meeting them up.
No,
with
man.
the upcoming
SA
games.
Wild Dogs is a good. It's a good initiative. That was a brilliant initiative that was set up. I mean, because now that I've been following them as well and seeing like the different kind of players that they bring together, it's quite amazing. And the amount of talent that they can bring together just to participate in those tournaments that you guys play in, it's quite remarkable.
It's always fun.
Yeah.
I'll just put it there. It's always fun to be there. you know when you're there.
Just SA boys enjoying some footy.
But the worst part is when you have fines.
Yeah.
That's because I don't drink. And then the guys just decide to make me drink milk and coke.
Well, make that part of your drink. Let that be your drink for life.
Yeah. So, as I was saying, with the Devon pitch touch, what we are planning, what I am planning with the committee, we want to have our team participate in the Devon Touch League.
Yeah.
So we want the guys and girls to go play
So
6 downs.
So wait, we talking about starting a Devon Touch League?
There is a Devon Touch League that's played on Wednesdays, I think.
Oh, the one at
Kings Park, yes. So now we're gonna enter a team. We're gonna register a team to go play there. That's number 1. Number 2 and number 3, we wanna have a Devon beach rugby tournament. So it's gonna be a 1-day tournament, and then we're gonna have a Devon beach touch rugby tournament on Sunday. So that's what we're planning. Okay. So as soon as everything is up and running, those 2 tournaments are gonna be something that the Devon guys have to be looking forward to, because that's what we wanna do. We just want to get the ball rolling now.
Sponsors welcome to come on board.
Yes, sponsors are, but for now, what makes it hard to get any sponsors is that our business is not registered.
Yeah.
So as soon as it's registered, it's gonna be much easier, because that's the first thing they ask you: what's your business and all those code things that they wanna get. Yeah. And then if you don't have that, it's hard for them to sponsor you. Yeah. So as soon as everything is up and running, we're gonna start making more noise. I can say for now we're whispering. Yeah. They must wait for us. We're gonna start shouting not too long from now.
We've already started shouting. If we hear talking about it, we are shouting. Trust me. So can I just add something on that? So if you are a business owner out there and you want to develop rugby within the Devon community, this is one way of helping. So you can lend a hand in helping us develop rugby within the Devon community. You know?
Yes.
So Siphathi, I think we've run out of time. You're heading back to France soon.
Yes, I'm going back on the 12th of Feb.
Yeah.
So they're my 2 weeks of pleasure or relaxation
are over.
are over.
It's back to winter.
But yeah, it's back to winter, having that -1 weather kicking in. But I must say, one thing I'm happy about is that for once, I'll be around a bit to actually see my little brother playing, because he only started rugby last year. Yeah. And he apparently he's doing quite well. I thought it was going to take him a while. So,
wait, is he at Ferrum?
He's playing at Ferrum.
Okay, what team is he playing now?
Under 15A.
Okay.
I know the trials haven't started, but that's how confident I am about him.
What position is he playing?
8th man.
Okay. Okay.
Where I started. That's where I started. That's
I
where
guess it makes sense for him to start there as well.
I think he'll end there.
Yeah.
So it's. I always said, for him, I want him to play whatever he wants to play, whether it's soccer or cricket, because I don't want him to want to play rugby because of me.
Yeah.
And then if he doesn't end up playing like me and he ends up being under pressure and starts hating the sport.
Yeah.
But I'm happy he's playing now. He's enjoying himself. So, yeah.
So when is his so you're gonna watch his first game before you go?
Unfortunately not. But I'll be there for one of his practice sessions.
Oh, okay.
So, it's a big mistake.
At least it's better than better than nothing.
No, the only reason why I say it's a big mistake is going to brag about it till the end of the year. You saw my brother, he was coaching you guys. And
What a big brother's fault. Man.
yeah, that's how it is.
And by the way, you owe him a shout out from last time.
Yeah, I owe him a shout out. Shout out to my little bro, Sihle Mngube. Hashtag number 8. Black OG, he's a rapper, by the way. Okay, I'm not sure if you've got time, but I'll tell you this. This is how he started. He was like, he first got on WhatsApp. So he used to send me all these WhatsApp viral messages.
Yeah.
So so now you listen, hey, there's this scam going on and on and on. So I ended up not listening to his WhatsApp voice notes.
Yeah.
I stopped. And then, boom, this other day, he sends me a voice note. And then I look at it, I'm like, it's one of those things. And he sends me a message. What do you think about my song? I'm like, what song? So then I listened to it. Till today, I think that was 2017.
Yeah.
Till today. That same song is my ringtone. Till today.
Well, you must send me that ringtone and let me hear it. And
Definitely.
I'll tell him what I think. I'm kidding. But thank you for pulling through, bro. Coming to see us on your pit stop.
Yeah.
And we wish you all the best going back to France. Stay representing. I mean, bro, one thing I can tell you, you were a good role model, not just to your brother, but like to even for me. I appreciate you. Somebody who's as passionate about something as you are, and seeing the need to go as far as you've gone to pursue that says a lot to me. So never change and stay humble. I love your energy.
Yeah.
Stay positive, bro.
Namaste.
Otherwise, where can people follow you on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter?
You can follow me on Instagram at Siphathiseni, Twitter at Steyn_Dube, and Facebook Siphathiseni Steyn Dube.
Yeah. Anyone, you don't owe anyone a shout out.
I'll keep it basic.
Yeah.
Shout out to my mom, my dad, my aunts, and my cousin. Before he also starts having a crush.
Yeah.
My cousin,
Pumelela
Lutuli.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll keep it like that.
Well, thank you, Siphathi, and thank you most definitely for joining us on this episode. Other than that, please do hit the subscribe button. It's somewhere in the corners. Just find it and click subscribe, so that the subscribe allows you to get the episodes as soon as they drop, so you don't have to go looking for them. It's easy. This episode was proudly brought to you by Tiny Films. Yes, Tiny Films. You can see his latest documentary on his YouTube channel at Tiny Films Productions. It's gonna be somewhere. He's gonna put it up here, so it's gonna be there. There's more documentaries coming from the man. He's got music videos, man. He's got so much on his channel. You're missing out. So do hit the subscribe button on that one. Other than that, shout out to Mpilo at the back. And shout out to my man. Oh my God. Tiny, remind me his name. I suck with names. What's his name? Tulani. Shout out to Tulani, bro. That's the newest member of the team. He's going to be joining us. Thank you for joining us. Do subscribe. Join us again next time. Follow the podcast on Instagram at GNPS_podcast. Follow myself at General_Ingeniela. You know what it is. Peace. Catch us next time. Shout out.